Hi, I'm Pat James Dementry, and I wanted to take just a moment to share something very personal and sort of a mission, and that is to make sure you and your family and the people you love have a carbon monoxide detector. You know, I had had a carbon monoxide detector for years, plugged it in, never thought about it. I only had one. One night when I was laying in bed, it went off, but just for a couple of minutes. I didn't really think anything about it. Went through my day, got off the air. On the way home, something said to me, you know what, maybe you should go buy a new one, because I thought that one was broken. So I'll be honest, I stopped, I bought one for each floor. When I got them home and I plugged them in, they were blaring. Because realize carbon monoxide is odorless, it didn't smell like anything, and I thought it couldn't be happening to me. Well, thank goodness I did that, because those carbon monoxide detectors saved my life and my family's life. When I called 911, they came and they made sure that everything was fine.
That's why I always have a carbon monoxide detector on every floor of my home, and you should too.
Yes.
Joining me is Lynn Letcher. She's been bringing us really practical items for our home for many years. Good to see you, Lynn.
Happy
and healthy
New
New
Year. Thank you so much. Healthy, safe.
This is healthy. Carbon monoxide, as Pat said, is odorless, tasteless, colorless. Without one of these, you don't know it's there.
The only way to detect them is with a carbon monoxide alarm like this one, and it's a poisonous gas.
Yes.
And you might not even notice the symptoms. You might feel a little fluish, a little tired, a little ill, nauseous, and not realize what's causing it. And what is carbon monoxide? Carbon monoxide is the product of incomplete combustion of your furnace, your appliances, a fireplace, your automobile exhaust.
Come from automobile. In fact, here's where you should have one.
Exactly.
And here's the sources of it. It's V33090, the USI Permanent Power Carbon Monoxide Alarm. And I love that it has a 10-year battery.
10 years.
I never have to worry about replacing the
Nope.
battery. Once that alarm goes off telling you its 10-year life is over, you simply dispose of it. $36.32 is your feature
fantastic.
price. We have a buy more, save more option. If you order more than one, which again, you should have one on every level of your home, you're going to save $3 on the second and the third one. This is so important. We made it a hot pick with an exclamation point. Hot picks are featured items on the day. There's only a handful of them every day. So we know why we need one of these, but why this one, Lynn?
This one, because it's the newest technology and it uses a Duracell 10-year alkaline battery. And all you do is pull the battery tab. From that moment on, your unit is activated. I'm going to press the test button because you don't see
Should
anything.
I hold my ears?
Hold your ears. 85 decibels.
Okay.
Okay. You get the 3 zeros. Then you get 6 seconds later, as it regulates itself and self-test, you'll get the beep. 4 beeps on, 4 beeps off. You'll get it again, and then it will set and be active.
Wow. That is
for,
loud.
It has to be. It's 85 decibels. And the reason why they recommend that you have one on every floor and in every bedroom is because you need to hear it in order for it to work. So the National Fire Protection Association requests that you have one, recommends, on every single level of your home. And if you have heavy sleepers or people who sleep in their bedroom, then with the door closed, then you put one. Then you have one
And look
there.
at how convenient it is.
You
You
don't
can
have to
just set
plug
it
it in
anywhere.
anymore. No more dead battery chirps. You don't have to worry about it. It's set. It comes with a nail, a screw, and an anchor, so you can mount it on your wall. But you can put it on a shelf at eye level. You can put it on the wall. It's so convenient. I have it all over my house. This thing, what are you going to be doing in 10 years? Where are you going to be in 10 years? Well, for 10 years, you do not have to worry about your carbon monoxide alarm. You are protected.
That's good to know. Worry-free with your family, and literally you can put it anywhere. Is it a good idea to have one down by your furnace?
The best idea is to have one about 10 feet outside the door of your furnace room.
Okay.
Now, when they say incomplete combustion, it's gasoline, it's oil, coal, wood, burning fireplaces, and even in poorly vented areas, sometimes a gas dryer or a gas furnace if it develops some kind of leak or crack. So most states, the majority, actually require that residential residences have a carbon monoxide alarm. Why wouldn't you? This is the gift that you don't have to wait till Christmas to give to your family or your loved ones or your kid going to college, or to take with you when you go into a hotel, because you don't know what's going on in the hotel.
Yeah, it's very important to have one of these, and again, one on every floor. So where does carbon monoxide come from? We have that graphic, which I think is powerful, to let you know sources, because again, it's odorless, tasteless,
Right.
colorless. You don't know it's there unless
Nope.
you have a detector.
Portable heater if your chimney is blocked or it's not functioning properly, a fireplace if your flue is closed, a range or vent clothes dryer, attached garage, very, very important, carbon monoxide from the exhaust of your car. If the grill is outside your window and your window is open, or if you, please don't use it in the garage. But a generator, also outside, do not put it in your garage, your furnace or your water heater. These are all potential sources of carbon monoxide.
Okay, over 1,000 have been ordered. A lot of people are on the phone lines. A lot of people are ordering more than one. Again, before
Thank
we
you.
go to the phone, one more question. I never have
Yes.
to buy batteries or worry about replacing batteries?
No, most
And
other...
I don't get that dead battery chirp.
Never
going on.
get the chirp. You don't have to worry about the chirp. And think of it, how many batteries are you going to save? You don't have to buy 10 batteries anymore, 9-volt batteries, because this is a Duracell alkaline. It's the only alkaline in the market. When the end of life comes on, then you just throw it away.
That's so convenient. 3632, 10-year battery. You want to make sure you have one for every level of your home. And if you have children and they're living in their own home, what a nice gift. It's really a gift that could be life-changing and life-saving. I mean, carbon monoxide is called the silent, odorless, tasteless, colorless
It's a silent killer.
killer.
It is a
So
killer.
Here we go, V33090. Remember, if you buy more, you save $3 on each additional unit. So the first one's $36.32. The second unit will only be $33.32.
That's phenomenal.
At a feature price. Let's say good morning to Gloria
Hi,
in
Gloria.
Pennsylvania. Hello, Gloria.
Hi, how are you?
We're
Good.
great, thank
Where
you.
are you from?
I'm from Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania.
Oh, I love Strasbourg. The railroad's there. It's a great ice
Yes, it
cream
is.
place there. I love that. Well, it's nice to have you on the show. Tell us why you're interested in this item today.
Well, I had a battery-operated one before, and I can't seem to find them anywhere. And I do have an electric one in the basement because I have a coal stove down there.
Okay.
But I needed to find something, and I knew if I watched this long enough, QVC, they would come on with one.
Here it is. Yeah.
So,
This is the
I just
newest
happened to be-
technology, Gloria.
yes, it's really great, I think. You know, I think it'll be wonderful to have.
It's so important to know if carbon monoxide is present, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and this one's really easy. I mean, you turn it on, you set it, it'll set to 0.
Right.
So when you get it, you pull that
You pull
tab
the tab,
out, right?
and there's a little notation right here on the side here. It'll say date of activation.
Oh,
So
okay.
then you know, 10 years from that date, you'll probably get the end of life alarm. And then there's a little key under this section here, and you just turn that and throw it away. You'll get a chirp, but it's okay. 10 years.
For
we have
10
10
years.
years.
Yeah, that's great because I'm always buying batteries.
I
Yeah,
know.
I know.
They end up
This
costing
does
a lot of
save
money.
save you on batteries and putting them in landfills. Well, I'm glad that you dialed in from Strasbourg. I'm going to have to visit that little ice cream shop again soon.
Yes.
Thanks,
You're welcome.
Gloria.
Yes. It'd be nice to have you here.
Well, thank you, Gloria. If you're on Facebook, join me at Dan Wheeler QVC. Say hi.
Okay.
Thank you,
Have a
Gloria.
nice day.
Thank
You
you,
too.
too. I hope you never need this.
I hope I don't either.
Bye-bye, Gloria.
Thank you.
Nick,
Okay, so
bye.
here's the situation. 2,500 already ordered. By the way, coming up in about 10 or 12 minutes, I have an iron that is just amazing. It's unlike any iron for ironing your clothes you've ever seen. So stay tuned. But right now, there it is.
There
That's
it
going to
is.
go off. If there's carbon
Let me
monoxide
show.
present, that alarm sounds, right?
You'll get a numerical reading, and you'll get the
Oh.
alarm. So
Now,
it'll
if the
tell
reading
you, right?
is more than 0, that means it's present? Is
Well,
that how it works, or
there's the
what?
UL certification. The UL standards are when it reaches a certain parts per million, then
Okay.
it goes off in
And
a
that's
certain
when it
amount of
goes off.
time.
All right.
So over 50, then it has, I think it's 4 hours, but it really
Yeah.
doesn't matter. If you have an alarm, what you have to do is get out of the house immediately,
Yes.
call emergency
911.
services,
Okay.
let them come find the problem and fix it.
Right.
But this will save your life.
I have a question.
Yes.
Who is USI. That's the brand here, right?
Universal Security Instruments is one of the largest manufacturers of smoke alarms and carbon monoxide alarms
Really?
in the world.
One of the largest?
Yes, they
Okay.
are.
And you said this is their latest?
This is the newest technology because of the 10-year alkaline battery, unlike the other units which have lithium batteries. So this is really smaller.
Yeah.
It's very functional.
I want to show you.
It's safe. It's tiny.
It almost fits into my hand. Not quite. I'm not quite big. But that gives you an idea. It's only about 4 1/4 inches by 2.5 by 1.25 inches. So there's a mounting bracket, right?
Yes,
Just a screw. Can you show us how that works?
Yes, well, it comes with a screw
Okay.
and an anchor.
Or
all
it
right?
can just stand up anywhere.
Or
You
it
don't
can
have
stand
to
up,
mount it.
right. I could just put it on my nightstand, put it eye level on a shelf. But here, the screw is mounted on this unit. There's a little keyhole opening right here in the back here.
Right.
This is Mark test
And
unit.
Lynn doesn't have her reading
I don't have my
glasses on, and
glasses
yet you
on,
did it.
and I did it. So, and then you could just mount it on the wall next to your thermostat or wherever, or next to a light switch. But you know what? You don't know what's going on in the units next to you, let's say, in the apartment next
that's
to
a
you.
good point. You told
It
me a story
happened to
about your
me.
neighborhood has over 3,000 now ordered. A lot of people ordering more than one. Tell me your story
On New
real
Year's
quickly.
Day, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I hear fire engines
this
all
year,
over.
New Year's Day?
This New Year's Day, a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, they're coming into my neighborhood, and I'm saying, I see 3 fire engines, 2 ambulances, and I'm saying, gee, what's going on? I'm not going to be nosy. But I found out later what happened was somebody came home from a New Year's Eve party. They left their car on in their garage, went up into bed to sleep.
Yikes,
And
yikes.
the neighbors on both sides of that attached unit were not home. They came home the next afternoon and got sick immediately upon entering their units. They called the fire department. The fire department came, found the car, and the next unit over on, roused the woman who was unconscious at that point, and she ended up, she survived, thank God, goodness. She ended up in the hospital for a week, and the neighbors, had they been home that night, I would hate to think that they might not have awakened.
Yeah.
And so this is something that is, I don't know, I
It's
have one on every floor of
so
my house.
critical. I had a dear friend in high school, and unfortunately, she didn't make it. And
I'm
her
so
mom had
sorry.
left the car running, and her bedroom was right above the garage. It's a horrible, tragic thing, but it's because you can't tell.
Right.
And if you're asleep and you